The world has told me and convinced me that I can't, but every morning when I stand here and I stare at myself in the mirror and I raise my hand in defiance of all that's happened to me, I keep going. I am saying I believe in myself. When you raise your hand to your own reflection, it is impossible for you to think, God, I look fat. I really screwed up my life. You can't do it because your lifetime association with this motion is all I believe in you, I got you, I see you, I celebrate you. You, in the moment of doing it, override decades of negative self-talk. It's incredible. Being hard on yourself is not motivating. It's demotivating. And if you already feel like a failure or you feel a sense of shame or you're overwhelmed, beating yourself up for where you are does not work. It drives you into the gutter. The most motivating force in the world, on the planet, is empowerment, encouragement, support, and celebration. There's a tremendous amount of stuff you got to change and do. You have been given the message over and over and over, even though it's not true, that you don't deserve it, that there's something wrong with you. If you don't, at some point, be defiant against what the world or your past experience has pounded into your brain incorrectly, unfairly, you will forever be stuck with that story. You are not responsible for what happened to you. You survived what happened to you. But you do have a responsibility to heal yourself and to do the work to change so that you can be the happy, fulfilled person that you were born to be. In a moment when you feel alone, you can give yourself the boost, the support, the empowerment that you need to keep going. When somebody high-fives you, you feel seen, you feel heard, and you feel like somebody has acknowledged you for the unique person that you are. Your brain will let in anything that it believes is important to you. Your brain opens up a checklist in your mind. And now your brain, once it puts this item on your checklist, it will store the checklist in your subconscious. Your filter will change in real time how you see the world. You now know how to change your brain to work for you. It is unbelievably cool that you can change the way that you view the world. If I can change what I see based on what I tell it, maybe if I got serious about not constantly saying I'm a failure, I wouldn't attach that or see it everywhere. Maybe if I got serious about saying, I can figure anything out. This is happening for a reason. You say, okay, I'm going to learn something with this. It changes the way your brain filters everything. When you start to have a moment with yourself, the crazy part is you start to build a partnership with yourself. This is actually making me feel like the wind is at my back. It's making me feel just like when you leave a huddle in sports and you high five, or you're a runner running a race or doing some big endurance challenge and some spectator high fives you, or another racer's like, come on, you got this, as you're dragging down low. It gives you a little energy. You have a lifetime positive association with giving other people high fives stored right here in your subconscious mind. The simple idea of high-fiving yourself, of encouraging yourself, of supporting yourself. Most people, when you have an aha moment and the door to your new life opens up, instead of going, I got this, let's go, and high-fiving yourself to step forward, most of us go, I don't know if right now is the right time to do this. I don't think I'm good enough. I've failed so many times, I can't go through that door. There is somewhere in your life that you know what you want. You can feel it pulling you. And you are actively arguing against it. You're bringing yourself down. You're beating yourself out. Just how much people are holding themselves back and how much pain people feel. Folks know what they dream about and what they want. And yet they're spending all of their time and energy arguing against what they want. You can have all these epiphanies if you don't take action. The aha moment is the door that opens, but your new life does not begin unless you step through the door. It's so easy to see what somebody else should do. It's so easy to cheer for somebody else. We plan birthday parties for our friends. We take on extra work from our colleagues. We support everyone around us. We do not know how to do it for ourselves. What I've discovered that is heartbreaking is the average person cannot celebrate themselves. I have this habit of every single morning, I stand in front of the mirror and I take a moment and I raise my hand and I give my reflection a high five. Instead of seeing yourself, having this moment in the mirror, first of all, we beat ourselves down. And when you start going down that road with your reflection, you're now checking out. And that moment in the mirror every morning could be a profound moment where you lift yourself up and you check back in with your intention. A simple moment in the morning where you set an intention about who you're going to be today impacts productivity, how you show up as a leader. It impacts your mood all day long, just that simple moment of setting an intention. Try celebrating yourself 5 days in a row. Try starting your day by waking up and raising your hand and high-fiving yourself in the mirror just because you're breathing, and see what happens. One of the biggest objections that people had to standing in front of the mirror, take a moment, look at yourself, is people said over and over and over again, I haven't done anything worthy of high-fiving. High-fiving feels like a celebration. I don't have the number on the scale that I want. I don't like my bank account. I don't enjoy what I do for a living. I'm struggling with trauma. I don't have anything to celebrate. And what I realized is people are making a fundamental mistake. You are withholding the very support, empowerment, and celebration that you need to change, to do the hard work, and to face the things that you're scared of. And that's why you're not changing. If you can't stand in front of the mirror and raise your hand and high-five yourself just because you got your ass out of bed and you're breathing, you will never get what you want in life, ever. There is something in the resistance to it. And if you unpack the resistance, you will find the reason why you don't have what you want. You either think you're not worthy of it, or you think that it's kind of stupid. Is the negative you're saying and the support that you're withholding helping you feel better? If it's not, how do you do it, to your point, when you have a bunch of evidence stacked up that you've failed, or reasons that you see that make you feel like you've blown it or you're not worthy of it? If you're celebrating yourself, there is something in the resistance to you simply cheering for yourself. Try this. You freaking raise your hand and high-five yourself anyway, because beating yourself up will not make you do the work to get healthy. Tearing yourself down over the shit that you've done or the terrible relationships that you're in, it's not going to empower you to change the patterns that are keeping you stuck. But raising your hand in an act of defiance of the past that you survived and saying, I'm still here, which means I still have a shot to change my life. That is what this means. Jealousy is one of the most powerful directional signals on the planet, because you're only jealous of people that are doing things or have things that you actually want. It's impossible to be fake jealous. Whatever you're jealous of is hitting something deeply personal. Pay attention to it. Instead of stewing in it, go, oh, I wonder why I'm jealous. What is it about it? It's that they're doing it consistently. It's that they've built a team. It's that they've aligned their work together so that they're spending more time together. The thing about jealousy is sort of the insecurity that you have that blocks this inspiration. If I can use that as a roadmap to then go figure out how I might be able to do that for myself, talk about a game changer. And now let's add in the high five. What if every time I took a little step, I celebrated myself for just doing it? Now you're building small wins and momentum in a direction that's meant for you. That's how you change your life. At some point, you got to wake up and realize your life is your responsibility. When I realized, wait a minute, it starts with me. I have to be able to figure out how to make myself happy. When you're responsible, when you're the driver of your life, when you're not looking out to anybody else to fix it for you, you're the one that has to do the work. You're the one who has to push your own ass. You're the one who has to figure out what makes you happy. You're the one who has to figure out and become self-aware about what you need. And you get responsible for it. What it changes is you.